Moonshiners star Digger Maines says leukemia diagnosis is no fun, but he's hopeful about the future. It's illegal to make moonshine for personal consumption, an alcoholic drink that is typically made from corn, sugar, and water. But that hasn't stopped the folks on Discovery Channel's Moonshiners from keeping the centuries-old tradition alive. The popular docudrama follows several distillers and their efforts to create moonshine, all while keeping a low profile in the name of the law. But for some time, there have been rumors that star Digger Maines, real name Eric Maines, health is in jeopardy. And in season 13, he finally addressed the speculation and disclosed his illness, which he claimed was causing him to go big before he goes home. Digger has been diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL, a cancer of the blood and bone marrow that usually gets worse over time, per the National Cancer Institute. While it is the most common form of leukemia in adults, it's still considered rare as there are fewer than 200,000 cases in the U.S. per year. The most common symptoms include enlarged lymph nodes and feelings of fatigue. But given that CLL may worsen as with age, fans are concerned about Digger's health moving forward. Source: Facebook/Moonshiners, the season 13 premiere. Digger shared this information with his co-star Mark Ramsey, claiming that he didn't have much time left. However, after the episode aired, Digger took to Facebook to clarify that the episode made his illness look more severe than it actually is. I want to follow up with the news that the show aired tonight. The production company did film Mark and myself when I gave him the news after I first received my diagnosis of leukemia, he wrote on his shared Facebook page with Mark. Digger went on to explain that he doesn't get to see new episodes until they air like everyone else, and didn't know that particular scene would unfold like that. After more extensive tests, my definite diagnosis is chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a condition that is not terminal, ain't no fun though, Digger wrote. In true Digger fashion, he teased that his CLL will just make me miserable until something else kills me. Fans of the show commented on the distiller's candid post, happy to hear that his illness isn't terminal. Thanks for the post elaborating. We've been worrying since we heard tonight. Prayers and love for ya, read one comment. While the editing during the season 13 premiere of Moonshiners may have made it seem like Digger has plans to leave the series due to his withering health, he hasn't personally shared any information suggesting that he is exiting Moonshiners or that his CLL would prevent him from appearing on the show. Digger and Mark have been on Moonshiners since the series premiered in 2011. New episodes of Moonshiners air on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Discovery Channel. Moonshiners star Digger Maines says leukemia diagnosis is no fun, but he's hopeful about the future in a world where reality television often portrays larger-than-life characters. Digger Maines of Moonshiners stands out for his genuine authenticity. Known for his no-nonsense approach to moonshining, Digger has become a fan favorite, often seen as a quiet but steadfast pillar of the show. However, recent news has cast a shadow over his typically light-hearted public persona. Digger, who has brought moonshine making to the masses through his appearances on Moonshiners, has revealed that he has been diagnosed with leukemia. Despite the daunting diagnosis, Digger is showing immense courage, and his hope for the future remains strong. For years, viewers have watched Digger and his fellow Moonshiners craft illicit alcohol in the Appalachian woods. Their lives have been filled with hard work, clever ingenuity, and a deep connection to the traditions of the region. But behind the camera, the struggles of each cast member are often far more personal and less visible. Digger, whose real name is Charles Digger Maines, has never been one to seek the spotlight for anything other than his craft. So when news of his health challenges emerged, it came as a surprise to fans who know him for his rugged resilience, A shocking diagnosis. It's hard to imagine a life more physically demanding than the one led by a moonshiner. The work is grueling, involving long hours in harsh conditions, carrying heavy loads, and performing intricate tasks like building and maintaining stills and distilling high-proof alcohol. But for Digger Maines, the hardest challenge yet has come off camera. In a candid interview, Digger shared that he had recently been diagnosed with leukemia, a form of cancer that affects the blood and bone marrow. To be honest, it's no fun, Digger admits, the gravity of the situation unmistakable in his words. When you first hear the word cancer, it's like your world stops. You don't know what to think or how to react. It's a tough pill to swallow. But I'm a fighter forward, and I know I have. Leukemia is a diagnosis that affects both the body and the mind. The treatments can be grueling and involve rounds of chemotherapy, potentially stem cell therapy, and long hospital stays. While Digger's condition and specific type of leukemia have not been publicly disclosed in detail, the fact that he is speaking out about his diagnosis shows his commitment to facing the battle head-on. In a world where many public figures choose to keep their struggles private, Digger's openness is refreshing, offering a sense of connection for fans who are facing their own health challenges. A fighter's spirit. Digger's diagnosis, however, is not the first time he's had to fight. Born and raised in the Appalachian Mountains, he grew up in a world where resilience and perseverance were the keys to survival. In the moonshining world, there are no easy days, and one has to rely on their grit to make it through. When you're out in the woods, working day in and day out, you learn to deal with adversity, he says. Whether it's bad weather, mechanical problems, or the law breathing down your neck, you just keep moving forward. That's how you make it. So when I got the news, I knew I had to apply that same mindset. It's about pushing through. Digger's experience in the rugged life of moonshining has undoubtedly shaped his ability to cope with hardship. The mountains of Appalachia are not just his home. They are the embodiment of everything he believes in. Tough, strong, and enduring. These are qualities that will serve him well as he faces leukemia. In fact, Digger sees this diagnosis as just another obstacle to overcome. His calm demeanor and unshakable resolve are perhaps more evident now than ever before. Family and community support. While Digger faces his health battle largely on his own terms, the support of his family, friends, and the moonshining community has been a cornerstone of his strength. As fans of Moonshiners know, the bond between the cast members extends far beyond the confines of the show. The shared experiences and common goal of making moonshine have created a tight-knit family that supports one another through thick and thin. Digger's co-stars have rallied around him, offering their support in any way they can. Tim Smith, one of Digger's closest friends and fellow moonshiner, expressed his concern and admiration for Digger's spirit. Digger is one of the toughest men I know. He doesn't let anything get to him, and I know he's going to beat this. We're all here for him. Whatever he needs, we've got his back. Beyond his television family, Digger's real-life family has been a major source of comfort and motivation. His wife, children, and extended family have been by his side throughout the process. My family is my rock, Digger shares, his voice thick with emotion. They're the ones who keep me going. Every day I look at them, and I know I can't give up. In many ways, the support of his family and community mirrors the very essence of moonshining itself, a deep connection to roots, tradition, and mutual support. Just as moonshiners rely on one another to survive and thrive, Digger has found solace in the love and strength of those around him. Facing the future with hope. Though leukemia is a daunting diagnosis, Digger's optimism shines through. While he acknowledges the difficult road ahead, he remains steadfast in his belief that the future holds good things. He's optimistic about the treatment options available and the progress that modern medicine has made in the fight against cancer. I'm hopeful, Digger says. I know I've got a long road ahead, but I'm ready to face it. The treatments these days are getting better and better, and I've got a great team of doctors. I'm taking it one day at a time, but I'm confident that I'll come out on the other side of this. Digger's hope isn't just about medical treatments. It's about his attitude and mindset. His experience in the moonshine business has taught him the value of perseverance, and he intends to apply that same determination to his health journey. When you're making moonshine, you can't just throw in the towel when things get tough. You have to figure out a way to keep going. That's the same attitude I'm taking with this. His fans have echoed his optimism. Support for Digger has poured in from all corners of the world, with fans flooding social media with messages of encouragement. We're all rooting for you, Digger, one fan wrote. You've always shown us what it means to be strong, and we know you'll beat this too. For Digger, this outpouring of love from his fans means the world. It's humbling, he says. I never expected all of this support, but it's been incredible. It helps me stay positive, knowing that people care. The impact of Digger's Storydiver's diagnosis has shed light on the realities of facing a serious illness, especially for someone who is known for their strength and stoic nature. By sharing his story, he has opened a dialogue.